The most standard way to fish a nymph is a dead drift. When we say a dead drift, you're presenting the fly in a nice, natural, swing-free or drag-free motion. People in general always ask when to mend and how to mend. Now, how to mend is you have to lift the line before you move the line. A lot of people want to reach out to mend. Well, then you can only mend as far as you reach out. And it means shorter people can't mend as well as taller people. This isn't true. In general, you want to draw a big upside down U or a rainbow. Think of your friend standing directly in front of you where you have to lift the line over their head. Once that initial mend is made, you want to always think about where you want to be, not where you are, just like in life. Then, after that, you may have little bows and corks in your line. The best way to know is if you see a bow form in your line, mend the opposite way. That might not always be a full mend. Little micromanagement mends are the key to achieving a true drag-free drift. As I always tell my clients, a straight line is a dragging line when trying to achieve a dead drift. Little mends while giving line. When I say give line, it's always opening up your left hand or your right hand, depending on if you're right or left-handed caster. So we'll call your offhand into a circle, forming the OK sign, and then mending and letting the water tension take line out for itself. Like, I know fish are going to be in that 2 to 3 foot range in here, but I'm going to start casting upstream of where I know the fish are at, shorter than what I think the fish are. As the fly comes down, I'm not going to worry about mending until it's right about there. I'm going to go up high, give it a mend, resetting everything, might strip in a little. Then as it goes down, I might give it a little mend because I got to help the fly out as it goes downstream. People ask, what do you mean help it out? Well, the fly line right here is sitting in slower moving water than where the indicator is at out there. If I see a bow form right here versus where the fish is at, I'll do a little mend downstream just to help it out. And I'll give some line, and at the end, I'm going to let it do a light swing, like we talked about earlier. Might elicit a strike, strip in line. I'm going to point at the indicator and do a big flip cast. As I cast upstream, I'll do nothing. As it comes downstream and I get some S-curves in my line, I'll slowly strip them in. As it becomes perpendicular to me, I will mend and give line, and then I'll do nothing. Then I'll slowly feed line. The rod is your tool to give line. We're using the water tension that's out by the indicator, basically the last 5-6 feet of fly line. We're using that as an anchor to give line, whether it be I'm doing mends and giving line, or a rod flips up and down to give line. Point at the indicator again, strip in a little line as it comes down at me. Mend up and over the top, and maybe mend downstream to help it out again. Little mend upstream. Again, anywhere you see a bow form, say like right here, that's where you're going to want to mend. You don't always have to do full mends. You can do just little maintenance mends. I am getting back to staying compact, whether it be in the mend. Like you can see my mend is a big windshield wiper, but it's also compact. The reason we want to mend and give slack while staying compact is if I mend and that fly moved and I get a hit, I can still set mid-mend. If I'm up here trying to mend or reaching out trying to mend, what do you have? You have one of these or, kind of a very wristy, goofy set, and a lot of people will swing upstream. Well, as we went over before, if you're reaching out, your habit is to swing upstream. Their mouth's facing that way. You're just gonna pop the fly right out of their mouth. You might have them for just a second, but the hook set won't be pure.